stomp my feet because I love the way that God made me. I move my head and shake my knees because I love the way that God made me. Wake up in the morning and I wiggle my toes. Wiggle my toes. Oh, I stretch out my arms and I'm scratching my nose. Scratching my nose. Oh, so I clap my hands and stomp my feet because I love the way that God made me. I move my head and shake my knees because I love the way that God made me. Hey. I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way. I love the way He made all the birds. He made all the trees. He made all the trees. Oh, He made all the fishes swimming in the sea. Swimming in the sea. Oh, so I clap my hands and stomp my feet because I love the way that God made me. I move my head and shake my knees because I love the way that God made me. Yeah. I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way. I love the way. I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way. I love the way. I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God that God made me. Oh, I love the way that God made me. Oh, I love the way.
Who? You know what time it is?
Time to hear a story full of wonder. There's so much fun we'll have learning together. So let's go down to the clubhouse with Ollie and his friends. Let's go down to the clubhouse where wonder never ends at the Wonder Clubhouse. Meet with you at the Wonder Clubhouse. Meet with you. What? Oh, no. Ugh. Hello there, friends. It's me, Lucy. The wind must have blew through the clubhouse because all of our pictures fell off the walls. What am I going to do? What a mess. How am I going to clean all of this up? It's too big of a job for me.
Who?
It's Ollie.
Hello, Lucy. Who? You look like you are feeling blue.
Hi, Ollie. I sure am. The wind knocked all of my pictures off the walls. There's no way I can clean them all back up.
That is a big mess. It's true. But there is something you can do. Just listen to this story. Just follow me through. Who?
Follow me through. Ollie's got a Bible story for me and you.
Hola, friends. Hello. I'm Luis, the handyman. Good to see you. I'm just fixing this radio for my Aunt Marisol. It's been broken for a while, so I offered to help fix it for her. That reminds me of a story. Do you want to help me build it? Great! Let's put it on the story fence. Hammers up, little builders. Ready? Uno, dos, tres, hammer! Great job, little helpers. You can put your hammers down now. Now, we just need our story tools. Yep, we have everything we need. Okay, so today's true story from the Bible is about a woman named Tabitha. Tabitha loved God and helped people by making them clothes, which was good because lots of people needed help. There you go, guys. Wow, great job, Tabitha. You helped a lot of people. Did you know God made you and me to help people too. That's right. Whether you're a grown-up or a kid, you can help. Even if you can't sew like Tabitha, do you think God could use a kid like you to help others? Of course, yes. Let's think of things you can do to help. You can draw someone a picture to make them smile. You can play toys with your little sister or cousins or neighbors. You can help clean up after dinner. You can give someone a hug and tell them you love them. You can help in so many ways, no matter how old you are. God made you to help. Hey there, Ollie. Tell me, who made you?
God made me. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who made you?
God made me. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. Adios.
So there's your story. It's all true. No matter who you are, you can help too.
Thanks, Ollie.
Goodbye to you. Hoo, hoo.
What a great story. God made everyone to help. No matter how old we are, we can help. That means you can help and I can help. I think I got the story. Did you get it? If you did, say got it. Get it? Got it! Good! Even though I am small, I can do this big job and pick the pictures up and hang them back up. Can I take one last picture of you? This time, give a thumbs up for being a happy helper. Are you ready? Say cheese! Awesome. I'll see you guys later. Bye!
I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. One more time. I am fearfully, wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14.
We've been reminded over the past several months just how important it is to believe that God has a plan for me. Our world has changed. Everything we had planned changed. Hurt, disappointment, fear, loss, sickness, all of it has left us wondering, what will happen next? And while we won't ever truly know what will happen next in any given situation, God does, because God has a plan for you, and God has a plan for me. This month, we're going to use the super sweet theme of ice cream sundaes, along with the life of Joseph, to teach preschoolers that God has a plan for them. We'll begin week 1 by introducing Joseph, his brothers, and the unplanned trip he makes to Egypt. We see Joseph trusting that God has a plan for me in the way he chooses to work hard and do the right thing, even though he is far from home and his family. Week 2, we'll hear about how even though Joseph works hard and does the right thing, he's thrown in jail for something he didn't do. Was that hard for Joseph? It had to be. And yet we see Joseph trusting that God has a plan for me as he chooses to help those around him instead of feeling sorry for himself. Week 3, we see God using Joseph to help save a nation from starvation. Because Joseph patiently waits on God and trusts that God has a plan for me, he's able to see the good things God has planned for him to do all along. And week 4, which is my favorite, we see Joseph's brothers make their way to Egypt to look for food. They have no idea that they are going to find so much more than food when they arrive. They find a brother and forgiveness waiting on them. And we have the privilege of seeing the end of the story, that God's way is always best. Just as it was with Joseph, trusting in God's plan is what empowers us to keep going when things are hard. If we were to take away one part of Joseph's story and just focus on it, it would be hard to believe that God's plan is always best. But when we put all the parts of Joseph's story together, just as with an ice cream sundae, it gives us a sweet reminder that we can trust that God has a plan for me, and it is always best. We just have to wait until God is done putting all the parts together. Our hope this month is that preschoolers will begin to understand that God loves them and He has a plan for them. A plan they can trust is always best, no matter what.
Hi guys! So we're on week 5 on learning about promises, and today is the last day that we're going to be talking about promises. Oh, it's the last day. Oh dear. But we're going to be talking about more and more and more and more and more and more great lessons in the future. So, the last time we talked, we learned about a guy named Joseph and his 11 brothers, who had been so mean and who had hated him so much that they sent him away with traders to go to Egypt. So Joseph went to Egypt and began working for a very important man named Potiphar. Joseph was such an awesome and trustworthy servant. Potiphar trusted Joseph and put him in charge of everything in his home. You guys, his home. My goodness. But Potiphar's wife made up a story about Joseph that was not true at all, and that got Joseph sent to jail. God was with Joseph though, even when he was in prison. Joseph was given a position of trust by the prison guard, and he even helped interpret dreams that prisoners were having. Wow. After a while, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had 2 dreams that he could not understand at all. Neither could any of his magicians. One of the guys who worked for Pharaoh remembered Joseph because they had met each other in prison years ago. And he said, "I know somebody who can help." He told the Pharaoh that there were going to be 7 good years and 7 bad years. there would be no food in the land during the 7 bad years. So Joseph told Pharaoh to save up extra food during the 7 good years so they have enough for the 7 bad years. That would follow. Pharaoh did just that, and he got Joseph out of prison and gave him one very important job. During the 7 bad years, Joseph's family back home were very hungry and they didn't have any food. So Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy food. When they got there, they bowed to a man in charge, Joseph! Joseph recognized them and forgave them for being mean to him a long time ago. But isn't that so nice that Joseph forgave him even though his brothers were so mean to him? I think that's very nice. After that, the whole family moved to Egypt so Joseph could look out for them and make sure that they were fed and that they were healthy. It took some time, but God's promises came true. Joseph became someone in his whole family and everyone in Egypt admired and looked up to, just like he had dreamt of a long time ago. So now I want everybody to get their Bibles and turn to Genesis 40 verse 1, Genesis 41 verse 40, and Genesis 45 verses 1 to 8. Okay, so let's go to Genesis 40 verse 1. Sometime later, the cupbearer and the baker of the king of Egypt offended their master, the king of Egypt. Okay, let's go to 41 verse 40. Okay. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders. Only with respect to the throne will I be greater than you. Let's go to 45 verses 1 to 8. This chapter is called Joseph Makes Himself Known. Verse 1. Then Joseph could no longer control himself before all his attendants, and he cried out, "Have everyone leave my presence." So there was no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers. And he wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard him. The Pharaoh's household heard about it. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still living?" But his brothers were not able to answer him because they were terrified at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Come close to me." When they had done so, he said, I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. And now, do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now, there has been famine in the land, and for the next 5 years, there will be no plowing and reaping. But God sent me ahead of you to preserve for you and remnant on earth and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So then, it was not you who sent me here, but God. He made me father of Pharaoh, lord of his entire household, and ruler of all of Egypt.
What's up, friends? I kind of feel like we're family now. This is like the 5th episode of this vlog and we're gaining more subscribers. I think like everything, if we keep going, stuff is bound to happen, right? Hold 1 minute. Let me feed Grub. Are you hungry, Grub?
A few moments later.
Oh, look! We have a new comment here. This is from Johnny. Johnny says, so after Joseph was taken to Egypt, what happened next? Well, Johnny, let's find out because I have no idea.
It's time for our Bible story. After Joseph's brothers had sent him away, he ended up in a different land called Egypt. Joseph worked very hard in this new place.
But wasn't he sad?
I'm sure he was, but he knew that what God promised in his dreams would happen eventually. Joseph worked for a very important man in Egypt named Potiphar. Potiphar trusted Joseph and put him in charge of his entire house.
That sounds like a big job.
It sure was, and Joseph took it very seriously. But one day, Potiphar's wife told a lie about Joseph, which made Potiphar very angry, and he sent Joseph to prison right away.
Oh no! It seems like only bad things are happening to Joseph.
It does seem that way, but guess what? Joseph knew he did nothing wrong. So even in prison, he kept working hard and never gave up on the dreams God showed him a long time ago.
He trusted God.
He did. Joseph's gift became known to other prisoners around him. They tell him their own dreams, and Joseph would then tell them what it meant. It was a wonderful gift that he had. After some time, the Pharaoh of Egypt heard about Joseph and his gift for explaining the meanings of dreams. You see, Pharaoh had some bad dreams himself and needed some help.
Oh my!
So Joseph was taken to see Pharaoh. Joseph told Pharaoh what his dreams meant and that they were going to have 7 good years and 7 very bad years. There would be no food in the land during the bad years.
For 7 years?
Yes, but don't worry, Joseph gave Pharaoh a plan. They'd need to save extra food within the 7 good years, so they would have enough food for the 7 bad years that would come after. Pharaoh was very happy with that idea and set Joseph free from prison.
Awesome!
It didn't stop there. As time went on and the bad years came, Joseph's family back home were running out of food. So Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy food. By now, Joseph was a very important man in Egypt.
If I were Joseph, I would have said, "Told ya!"
Can you imagine how Joseph must have felt? Happy to see them, but also sad and maybe even a little angry. But in the end, Joseph recognized them and forgave them for being mean to him. After that, the entire family moved to Egypt, where Joseph could make sure that they were well. It took what seemed like a long time, but God's promises came true. Joseph saved his family and helped to save all of Egypt too. He was an important man that everyone looked up to, just as he had dreamt a long time ago.
That's amazing. So God really kept his promise to Joseph. Yeah, it took some time, but it happened. God kept the promises that used to be just dreams to Joseph. Joseph did become someone super important, and because of that, he was able to save his whole family. I wonder what promises God will keep in our lives. So guys, today has been amazing. We learned so many amazing things about God that blows my mind. I feel good about it too though, and so should you. Catch you next week on this Callie's World. Peace.
Okay, now let's go to our discussion. Okay, so discussion number 1. What are some bad things that happened to Joseph while he was in Egypt? Yeah, he was sent to jail for something he didn't even do. Yes. What are some good things that happened to Joseph in Egypt? Yes, that is correct. Joseph became Pharaoh and everybody bowed down to him. Sometimes we're in the midst of trouble like Joseph was when he was in prison. We might not have as bad as an experience as Joseph did, but we might feel like we need something to give us hope. Now, let's say if we were trapped in a deserted island inside of an island paradise, you might put a message inside of a bottle and put it out on the sea so someone will come and help us. When we feel like that, it helps to have a message of hope. The bottles will remind us that God keeps his promises. So now it is time for the big idea. We're not gonna find out just yet because we have to do our drum roll. Okay, so the big idea is God keeps his promises. We heard a lot about promises this month, I know. We talked about how God promises to fix what was broken. God promises mercy. God's promises might take time. And all these things are true. You want to know why? Because God keeps his promises.
Joshua 21:45. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled. Joshua 21:45. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled.
Hi there, you chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl, and welcome to Grow TV.
Hey everybody, it's me, Cassie, and I'm super excited today because it's my birthday, and you know what that means.
What?
Come on, you know.
I don't.
Last year you forgot to buy me a present, and this year you said you were going to buy me something really great. Remember that, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Grow TV. Introducing your host, Carl, and your co-host, Cassie. Where we learn, where we grow, and we talk about Jesus. Once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hi, Cassie. So it's your birthday today.
Yep, but you already knew that.
Of course I did. Happy birthday.
Thanks. So what'd you get me?
Well, it's a surprise. Come in.
Why'd you yell that?
Someone ring the doorbell.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, your hearing must be getting worse with age, Cassie. You should go see who it is.
I don't know.
Who's it? Oh, someone's knocking.
All right, I'll go check.
Okay, everyone, I did not know it was her birthday, and I cannot not get her a gift again. It'll make me the worst friend ever. So we gotta make a gift.
Hey, I'll just do this.
There's no knocking outside. It was just that lady who's always screaming at the birds. What is this?
This? It's your surprise present.
My surprise?
Yep, be careful with it though. I spent a lot of money on it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Just say thank you.
Thanks. Carl,
Yeah?
you forgot my birthday, didn't you?
What? No! No way did I forget your birthday! You're crazy! That's insane! No way did I forget your birthday! Okay, yeah, I did forget your birthday.
You didn't spend any money on this, did you?
I did buy the tape.
Listen, Carl.
No, Cassie, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I know I promised I wouldn't forget, but I did. And I really tried.
Carl, it's okay.
What do you mean?
I knew you forgot, and I just want you to know it's okay. I actually kind of like the present.
Do you?
Sure. And to be honest, the promises I care about the most aren't the ones my friends make. It's the promises God makes, because you know they're always going to come true.
Always?
Always.
Always.
Yes, always. You remember Joseph? He was put in prison for something he didn't even do. But even in prison, God was still with him. Joseph had a gift of interpreting dreams, and one day Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, heard about it. Pharaoh asked Joseph to tell him what his weird dreams meant, and Joseph did. Joseph also gave him advice to plan ahead for the tough times coming, based on the dreams Pharaoh had. This impressed Pharaoh so much that he had Joseph taken out of prison and become second in command over all of Egypt. And then years later, his brothers, who thought he was dead, reunited with him, and bowed at his feet.
Whoa, just like the dream he had when he was younger.
Yep, God kept the promises to Joseph, and God is keeping the promises to us now.
Like what kind of promises? Maybe I can get a promise and give it to you for your birthday.
That's nice of you, but everyone gets God's promises. It doesn't matter who you are. God's promises are for everyone.
Alright, I knew that. Like, every time I clear my plate at dinner, I get dessert. And every time I eat dessert, I get really hyper.
I don't think any of those are promises God made. We can read the Bible to find real promises from God. Like Isaiah 41:10 tells us God promises to always be with us, so we don't have to be afraid. Matthew 6:33 says God promises to give us what is best for us when we put God first. And 1 John 1:9 says God promises to forgive us when we mess up.
Those are some awesome promises. God made all of them?
Yep, and not only does God make us promises, God keeps promises.
Can I promise you one thing right now?
Sure.
I promise I'm telling you the truth when I say, that's our big idea! Our big idea is God keeps promises.
So let's say it on the count of 3, okay?
Okay, 1,
2,
3. God keeps promises! Good job, everybody! Woohoo!
Thanks, Carl. Even though you forgot, you really made my day special.
Well, thanks for being understanding. I'm not very good at promises.
No worries. Plus, I ordered a cake for lunch, and I told them you'd pay for it. That's all right, right? See you next week, kiddos.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Bro TV.
All right, now let's pray. Dear God, thank you for always keeping your promises and always helping us even when we think things seem difficult. You will keep your promises. Teach us how to keep the promises we make too, so we can be just as hopeful as Joseph was. Amen. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!